Hello and welcome back to the Best Bar None channel. My name is Joe Carson Smith and today we're going to be making Bar None bars. Bar None bars are an incredible 4-layer bar. They have so many amazing ingredients in them and we're going to get started with the first layer. And before we do that, we're going to prep our 9 by 13 inch pan by putting some non-stick foil in it. So get a 9 by 13 inch pan, flip it over so you can form non-stick Reynolds wrap foil on the outside of your pan. Pull out approximately the length of the pan, tear it off. Now make sure the non-stick side goes down and go ahead and form that to the outside of your pan. Line it up equidistant. Form it around the pan, like so. This is just to get started. Then temporarily set that aside, flip your pan over, and put your non-stick foil in. If you did it correctly, you will be able to read non-stick, and it won't be upside down. So let's get that formed in really nicely. The reason this is really important is that when your candy hardens, you want it to have a nice smooth surface. So then later when you cut your candy, it will look beautiful. All right, we are ready to make our first layer. So the first layer of Bar None bars has 8 ounces of chocolate chips. We're using Nestle Artisan 48% cacao. It has 4 ounces of butterscotch chips. We're using Nestle. And it has 1/3 cup of peanut butter. So put all of those into a 4-quart saucepan. Again, 8 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 4 ounces of butterscotch chips, and then 1/3 cup of peanut butter. I obviously have these pre-measured out, so you don't have to sit here and watch me get everything out of the jar. So once you have those in your pan, go ahead and put it on low heat. And just check and see how you'll just want to barely see the flames coming out. And I will see you in about 5 minutes. You want to let the chips all melt together with the peanut butter. I will see you in a moment. All right, so all of our butterscotch morsels, Nestle semi-sweet morsels, and peanut butter are all mixed together. So we're gonna go ahead and put that first layer in the pan. Start on one side of your 9 by 13, let it pour over to the other while you scrape all of this goodness out. It smells incredible. Oh my goodness gracious. So amazing. All right, once you get it out, set your pan to the side, turn off your burner, and spread this nice and evenly on the bottom of your 9 by 13. It's a thin layer, so just make sure to get some even coverage on all of the bottom of your 9 by 13. All right, looking great. We want all of it. All right, at this point, you want to put this first layer in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And while you're doing so, put some hot water in your pan because we're going to need the pan again. For the second layer of Bar None bars, we're going to make a nougat layer. For the nougat layer, you want to start by putting a 1/4 cup of evaporated milk in your newly cleaned saucepan. You want to follow that up with 1/2 stick of salted butter. We love KerryGold butter. 1/2 stick is also 4 tablespoons. You want to add to that 3/4 cup of white sugar and 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. Once you do that, Get your heat on a medium. Grab yourself your spoon to stir with. I love my bamboo spoon for making candy. And you want to stir this continuously for 5 minutes until it comes to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, you want to stir it for another 5 minutes. So again, 5 minutes to come to a boil and then stir for another 5 minutes. I'll see you in a moment. Make sure to stir the entire time. Never stop stirring or your candy will burn and stick to the bottom of the pan. So keep stirring the whole 10 minutes. Okay folks, in about 30 seconds, we're gonna be putting 7 ounces of marshmallow cream or a whole jar of marshmallow cream in here. And we're also putting 1/3 cup of peanut butter. So once you're done with your 10 minutes, that's what we're gonna add. And you wanna do it as quickly as possible. And then once it's combined, put it in your pan as the second layer as fast as possible. All right, here we go. Turn off your heat, get your marshmallow cream, put it in as quickly as you can. Don't worry about scraping every last little bit of it, but get as much as possible, as quickly as possible into your saucepan. All right, good enough. Grab another spatula, scrape that off. Go ahead and get your 1/3 cup of peanut butter. Get it in there as fast as you can as well. Again, don't worry about getting every last little bit. And then stir that together as quickly as possible. This will finish your nougat layer, and then we're gonna pour that into our 9x13 pan. All right. Oh my gosh, and it will instantaneously, once you get that marshmallow cream and peanut butter, it'll just start smelling like nougat. Oh my gosh. You have to stir pretty vigorously, as fast as you can. Once it looks combined though, go ahead and get it in your saucepan. All right. Okay, that looks combined because you do not want it to coagulate. So grab one more spatula, clean off your wooden spoon, and go ahead and start getting this into your 9x13. All right. Nougat. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, spread that around. Again, it's gonna try to start, it's a candy, it's gonna start setting up, so get it spread quickly too. Once you have it spread, we're also gonna put it back in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So I like to spread it around. There we go. Go over it one more time. All right, set that to the side. Shake it a little bit. Knock it down. All right, back to the refrigerator. So the third layer is the caramel layer. For the caramel layer, you need 14 ounces of caramels. You can either unwrap a whole bunch of them, or you can get these great ones by Kraft that are called caramel bits. You'll need 2 packages because one package has 11 ounces and you need 14 ounces. So put your 14 ounces of caramel bits into your saucepan. Add to that a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Let that all get in. And 1 tablespoon of butter. So just one little pat, 1 tablespoon. Again, KerryGold unsalted butter. Gotta lick your fingers. Ooh, best butter. Now we're gonna melt all of this over low heat. And once it's all melted and is nice and creamy and smooth, we're gonna put it on our candy as our third layer. All right, everything's nice and creamy. Go ahead and get this next layer into your 9x13 pan. Pour it back and forth. Grab a spatula to get as much as possible out. All right. Turn your heat off and spread your caramel layer all over. All right. Nice even coating. You want every last bite of your amazing bar none candy to have caramel in the middle too. So far we have our chocolate butterscotch peanut butter layer, our nougat layer, and our caramel layer. As you guessed, at this point we're going to put it into the refrigerator for another 30 minutes before we get to our fourth and final layer. Knock it down. All right, see you soon. So the fourth and final layer of bar none bars is just like the first layer, but we're gonna put some sea salt on the very top of the candy. So again, you're gonna need 6 ounces of semi-sweet Nestle Artisan chocolate chips, 4 ounces of Nestle butterscotch chips, and yet again, 1/3 cup peanut butter. Put all that into your 4-quart saucepan, or any saucepan that's about that size. And we're gonna heat it over low heat. Once it's melted and come to a good consistency, we will pour that onto our bar none candy as the last layer. All right, this is nice and smooth. We're gonna put it on as our last and final layer. Get it started, go back and forth. Set down your wooden spoon, grab yourself a spatula to get all of it out. All this amazing chocolate butterscotch peanut butter mix. All right, and as usual, cut your heat and get this spread around as quickly as possible. You had pulled it out of a cold refrigerator, and so it will harden up fairly quickly. As you guessed, we're gonna put this back in the refrigerator for another 30 minutes once we get this chocolate nice and smooth. And we're gonna put one more thing on top. We're gonna add some sea salt. The salt really helps bring out all of the flavors. Absolutely. All right, nice and smooth. Get your sea salt. So this is a brand new jar here, and just carefully put some along. Don't want to put too much. Get some nice sea salt evenly coated on your candy. And you're done. So 4 layers. We did our chocolate butterscotch peanut butter, we did our nougat, we did our caramel layer, and we did our top chocolate butterscotch peanut butter layer. We're gonna put it in the fridge for 30 minutes and then we're gonna see how wonderful this tastes. See you in a second. So I just pulled the bar none bars out of the refrigerator after being in there for 30 minutes and they're ready to cut. Since we lined our pan with nonstick foil, you can easily lift them out and peel away the nonstick foil. So peel it away from all 4 sides. And get yourself a large knife. I prefer one that's about this size, wide enough so you can cut all the way across the 9 by 13 inch pan. And you want to cut this up into 1-inch pieces. It's fairly an intense flavor, so I find that 1-inch pieces are perfect. So start on one side and work your way all the way to the other side, and then do the same thing the other direction, and we'll get these all cut up. Okay, once you have them all cut up, we're ready to plate some of them. If you want to make it really pretty, keep the edge pieces for yourself. And I try not to touch the top. I don't like getting fingerprints on the top of the candy. So I like to peel away the edge pieces and just get some from the middle for when I take these to parties or have them out for people. So the foil will sometimes want to stick to the bottom. And we'll get these plated in a beautiful pattern for our guests. So I've got Tom here to help me taste test the Bar None bars.
This is my favorite part.
So let's see how they are.
They look wonderful. They smell so good. Oh my gosh, they're so amazing.
Let me see. Oh, they're nice and creamy.
Very delicious.
Every time I make these, I forget how incredible they are. Every time.
This is what you want candy bars to always taste like.
Oh my gosh. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit like, hit the bell, join us again. We want you to live your life the best bar none, and we're always going to keep you informed with pointers and secrets on how to do it. See you next time.